Welcome to this week's edition of Rick Answers His Email. First up today is Marie because she paid for her answer. So she gets up first in the queue today, and she's asking that she has updated to the newest version of Internet Explorer, which is version 8, and she's using Windows XP. And now she has all kinds of problems, including Adobe Flash, which seems to not be working in her Internet Explorer 8. And she tried Firefox and still can't get things to work. I think the first thing I would do, Marie, is take Internet Explorer 8 off. It just came out, so it's pretty brand new, and it's really not ready for mass consumption yet. I would take it off by either going to your add and remove programs in the control panel and remove Internet Explorer 8, and it'll leave 7 there for you, or you can use System Restore by setting your computer back a few days till before you installed Internet Explorer 8, and then all the messiness that was Internet Explorer 8 will be gone. And you do that by going to Start, Programs, Accessories, System Tools, and then System Restore. So one of those two things should get you back up and running. Thanks, Marie. And the second question comes from Ken. Ken also paid for his answer this week, so he gets first up in the queue. And he has two errors that come up upon starting his computer, and he's listed them here. Ken, what you need to do is click Start and then Run and type in msconfig, and that's going to bring you to the Microsoft Configuration Utility, which looks like this. You're going to go to the Startup tab and roll down through your Startup tab and look for some of those errors that you're receiving on startup, and then just uncheck them. And when you reboot your computer, it's going to tell you that you're in a diagnostic mode. Just click Don't Show This Message Again and click OK. And I have all these tips on msconfig by searching for the term msconfig on my website at helpmerick.com. Thanks, Ken. David is writing in to ask if he can use Snagit, which is a screen capture program, on both his laptop and his desktop legally. And Dave, I'm not sure, but I think you can. I believe that most software today, unless it specifically says so, will let you install and run the program on more than one computer as long as you own the computer and you don't use the computer simultaneously, is how it's usually worded. If you want a more definite answer from the people that actually make the product, go to techsmith.com and you can write to them or call them. But I applaud you for being concerned about that, because it is proprietary and copyrighted material, and it is a great product. Leo, it's coming out every Monday, but it's probably getting caught up in some spam filter somewhere. I'm not sure why. So check your spam filter, check with your email provider to see if they're grabbing it before you get it, and ask them to put it on what's called a whitelist so you do indeed get it. Carl has a problem with the infamous 2009 antivirus 2009 spyware. Carl, I have a whole article on exactly how to get rid of that by going to my website, helpmerick.com, search for antivirus 2009. Carl, you can also search for the word combo fix on my website, and that'll take you directly to the article, because combo fix is a tool that does a pretty darn good job of getting rid of that. Karen has an interesting question that I have never been asked before, but she's saying, what do flight attendants exactly want when they ask you to put your laptop in airplane mode? Usually the airplane mode I think they're referring to is your telephone. Telephones, a lot of the smartphones especially, have an airplane mode that shuts off the cellular signal and the wireless signal. When it comes to your laptop, that's all they want, is to make sure that your laptop isn't constantly looking for a wireless signal. So you can just right click and disable your wireless in the system tray, or you can, if you have a button or a little slider button on the side of your laptop, you can turn it off while you're in flight and then turn it back on once you're on the ground. In fact, a lot of companies are starting to offer wireless on domestic flights and international flights, so even if you don't have that off, it's not a big deal. Greg has a new Ubuntu disk that he wants to try to use with his Hewlett-Packard laptop, but he also wants to get online using a Verizon USB cellular card, which gets you high-speed internet through the wireless. It is possible to use it. This article explains exactly how to do it, so just go to the following address, and once you get there, you'll arrive at a website that gives you step-by-step instructions on how to get your Verizon wireless up and running on Ubuntu. Kenzie writes that she can't change her desktop background. She can only change the color, and she's wondering why that is. It's because you have spyware on your system. You can run a couple of different tools that I have on my website. Malwarebytes is one that I have at helpmerick.com, lower right-hand corner under security, or you can use Combo Fix, or if you just search for wallpaper at helpmerick.com, there's a little registry tweak that if you're comfortable doing that, you can try that as well. And you need to probably do at least 2 of those 3 things. All right, good luck. John's wondering if the AVG will work for Windows XP. Yes, it will. It still will work for the 64-bit version and the 32-bit version. Just go to my website, helpmerick.com, and search for AVG, and you'll get the link to the proper free product. Don't search for it on the web. Too many people end up clicking on the wrong link and getting a bogus software. Romero is wondering how to install 2 DVD-ROMs in a single computer. If you have a computer case that has 2 5¼ inch expansion bays, all you need to do is open up the case, pull out what's in there if you don't want to leave the one that's in there, watch your IDE cables and what's called your jumper pins, and you can put them both in and you're up and running along with your power. I do have a video showing you exactly how to do that on my website at helpmerick.com. Just search for install DVD and then you'll be able to find out how to do that. Sonya says that AVG takes 1 hour and 45 minutes to scan her computer every day, and she thinks that's a long time. It is. Any antivirus program you have is going to take a long time to scan. That's why I recommend leaving your computer on overnight, at least once or twice a week, and then set the time for the AVG or whatever you're using to scan your computer to happen in the middle of the night so it's not bugging you in the middle of the day. Now, 1 hour and 45 minutes is definitely on the long side. You may have a lot of temporary files that your computer is looking at. So download either the CCleaner or the cleanup program I have listed on the right-hand side of my website at helpmerick.com, and clean your computer, because there could be thousands of little temporary files that AVG is going through and scanning, which is lengthening the process. Good luck.